No break? Here we go.
I knew the Hat Boys was going to be in town.
You know it. What's up, brother? How you doing? We weren't going to outshine you.
Happy holidays.
Same to you, man. Thank you, man.
They always looking good, man. Yeah, I don't know. Is it really you or did you get a stylist by now? I got Joy. He asked me, is it really me or did I get a stylist? So you got to get. She gets some credit. Take the card out of there. Yeah, okay. You're doing an amazing job.
Let me tell you.
What's up?
No, I haven't been doing this myself. She's been putting together everything for the last year and a half, possibly 2. So I'm surrendering the accolades of Bernard got style. Right. I know how to wear style. Right. But first of all, I'd like to say we're closing out this year.
Absolutely.
And y'all doing your thing. I do pay attention, even though if it's not Golden Boy fights.
Right.
Y'all on every point. You're answering all the questions that's not always to the point where it's favored anybody in any group. So I say again, it's not patronizing, it's just saying doing a well job, and I'm looking for 2019 for us to do what we continue to do,
right.
and expect that the same will be done when it comes to covering the whole sport of the sweet science.
I definitely appreciate that coming from you. It's an honor. Especially from you, because I feel like it was Golden Boy around 2013 that kind of changed the sport and gave it a push, you know, and now we're just eating the fruits of your hard labor.
Absolutely. And the Canelos and the fighters underneath the Canelo star power right now in boxing. And, you know, look, next year, a lot of big fights is going to happen from us. When I mean by big fights, not downplaying December 15th on DAZN, but it's more of competition amongst ourselves, not necessarily anyone else, because y'all watching and y'all reporting.
Right.
And like I said, credibility is key on both ends, because if you don't see something that we promote that's going to be and is a fight that need to be made and need to be broadcast and also covered, then hold us accountable, and we have the right to hold others accountable, whether they writers, whether they critics, or whether they other promoters or other outlets that promote the sweet science. So close out the year with Canelo December 15th, as you know, on DAZN at the great Madison Square Garden, where Canelo wanted to finish the year off at on the East Coast and put his DNA of history at the Garden in New York City, the Mecca
of boxing.
And this is an arena that you've had historical fights at, you know, hence 9/11, Trinidad, and a ton of fights. Now, what does Canelo have to look for in terms of, we know he's a favorite, right? People are picking him to win, but can that be dangerous at times when you're fighting an unknown fighter that people don't know much about? What does he have to look for?
Well, first of all, he got to look for intimidation or fear. Right? Intimidation from Rocky, to look at his intimidation of the crowd, the Garden, New York City, the lights, camera. This is the biggest fight that Rocky ever been involved in, right? Now, that's dangerous itself, because nobody expecting other than maybe a glorified sparring match. But we've seen history, and history normally repeats itself. I'm hoping not December 15th. I'm hoping that Canelo will shine into the next year. So, to me, Rocky is the most dangerous fighter based on nothing to lose. See, Triple G is dangerous because his DNA of what he's done in the past. We knew about him. We knew his style. We knew the way he's going to approach you.
Yes.
But Rocky, did we see footage? Yeah. Did anybody see the championship that he won in the States? Yes. But there's not enough out there, and we don't know whether this fight gets him up even further in confidence, or nobody's expecting nothing from him. To me, I've been in that situation.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm Rocky about talent. Right. I'm not saying I'm Rocky about talent. But when you need that push to become a fighter that you wasn't yesterday, that is Rocky. December 15th could be a worst nightmare for anybody on the Golden Boy side as far as the business side of it, because you never know what level a guy in Rocky's position, like I was, based on not having a chance by the skeptics of the experts.
Right.
And that made me rise up. That made me rise up in belief.
Absolutely.
That made me rise up in my performance. And it gave me that extra edge that could be a nightmare to anyone.
Well, Canelo, there you have it. The legend, man. It couldn't be said better than nobody.
Thank you.
Man.
You're always dropping jewels on us, and we need to go shopping with you one of these days.
Yes, yes.
Only thing I can say, happy holiday, and the Hat Boys will see you next year.
All right.
God bless,
legend.
man. Thank you.
Good seeing you. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. See you tomorrow.
All right.